welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this cute little avatar look. I love this look so much. After doing this look, I actually chose it to be my Halloween thing for this year. So first thing, I'm starting off with some blue face paint from the Snazaroo face paint palette. Of course, you guys know I beat this thing to death. This is all I really use for my face paints. So I'm just covering my face first. I'm not going to do my body yet, but I'm going to cover my face down to my neck in this blue color, and then I'm going to let it dry. I love these colors because they're so opaque. My skin tone doesn't show through even on the first application because they're so creamy. I just add a little bit of water to make them creamy. The more water you add, the more translucent they'll be. So just add a little bit of water if you want to be really creamy and thick and only have to put on one application. If you add more water, you're going to have to add a lot more applications. What you'll see that I add like a lot more water sometimes, like on my nose, and it's just like, oh crap, have to cover it back up. So don't add too much water. Okay, now once it's dry, I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, as you guys know, because that's all I use for my Halloween tutorials. I'm not going to use any of my other palettes. I just use Take Me Back to Brazil, and I'm using the dark blue, second darkest blue. It has like a purple tinge to it. I'm using that to contour out my nose because, you know, the avatars have these kind of wide set noses. So I'm just using that to contour out my nose and make it look a little bit wider. And for some reason, I accidentally touched my face and took away some of the paint, so I had to put that back. But yeah. Okay, so once I finish with my contour of my nose, I actually okay, so I looked really funny when I was talking. That's why I'm laughing, sorry. But after I finish contouring out my nose with the blue shade from the Take Me to Brazil palette, I actually then go in with some white grease makeup from Spirit. I go in with that after I finish contouring my nose, and I just highlight all the highlight points of my face. Now, the reason why what I'm doing right now is not really necessary, except for the brown part. I just line out because you want your nose to look more like an animal nose, not humanistic. You want more animal type nose. So, you know, I just use that brown to show the defining line between my nose feature, just to make it look, just so it's coherent with the avatar, whatever. Then I go in with my white grease makeup, and I'm just going to highlight everywhere you would highlight whenever you're, you know, doing your regular makeup. So my nose, underneath my eyes, my chin. Ow, I just scratched my chin. And I'm just like really trying to lighten it up just so it looks coherent, because I want this look to be beautiful. I want to look pretty. I don't want to just look like an animal from another planet. I want to look beautiful and highlighted with it. So, you know, I'm highlighting all those features. And then on top of the grease makeup, I'm taking some of my Snazaroo white water activated paint just to make it a little bit brighter, because I feel like it was coming off a little yellow to me, like in person, but on camera it looked good. But I wasn't looking at the camera, I was looking at a mirror. So I just used some of the white water activated paint, and then I just was going back and forth between the water activated paint and the grease makeup until I got the desired highlight that I wanted. Now I'm just taking that same color that I used for my nose contour. I'm using that to contour out my cheeks. I'm doing a very, 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 very dark contour because we're avatars, and the avatars have these dark lines on top of their blue skin. They had these dark, sexy, kind of like army print lines, you know, camouflage lines going on, and it's so sexy, it's so pretty, and I love it. When I first started the look, I was just like, I look crazy. But once I started drawing on the lines, everything like came together and it just looks so beautiful. So now I have a reference picture with you. So I have a reference picture and I'm just following the lines and putting them where I think they'll look cute. I'm actually also doing it symmetrically. I don't want it to be asymmetrical. I wanted my face to be very symmetrical. On my chest piece, I actually don't do it asymmetrical. I do it asymmetrical, but my face I want to be very symmetrical and gorgeous and beautiful. Because yeah, we gotta be a sexy avatar. And I know my lines look light right now, but I do go back and darken them up. Now I'm taking some pink. It's like a darker pink, and then the dark blue purple, and then the darkest blue of the palette. And I'm doing my nose, and I'm also going to use that for my lips. The reason why I'm using pink with it is because I want it to look like an animal nose. And you know how animals have like the pinkness to their nose. If you look at an avatar, if you look at your reference picture, you'll see that they have like some pinkishness to their nose. So I do that, and I just fill in around my lips so it all matches. I use a blue eyeliner pencil as a lip liner, and then I just fill it. I'll take a more of a nudish, a color that's really close to my lip color, so that my eyeshadow will stick to my lips, and then I just take the same three colors and I fill in my lips so they match how my nose looks. And I love it. I really love it. I wish I could go out like this every day, because I feel like this look came out so beautiful. This is actually my favorite look I've done so far. I thought the zombie pop art look was my favorite look, but this avatar look was actually my favorite look. And this movie was like my favorite movie for like 7 years. So yeah. And this is where I'm going back in with the blue shadow, and I'm just darkening up the lines that I made before. So cute. I just feel like this blue is killing me. I love it so much. Blue is actually my favorite color. I love it. It just looks so freaking gorgeous. Now I'm going in with some white, and I'm going in with some 99% alcohol, and then I use the smallest detail brush I have, and I'm just gonna start making those little dots that they have, because you know they have those little dots. And I'm not putting it where the avatars have it in the movie. I'm putting it where I want it. I'm putting it everywhere I have like highlight, and all over my nose. The reason I'm putting it all over my nose is so that my nose will look flatter and wider, like how the avatar's nose are in the movie. But then I'm also just highlighting between lines. You highlight wherever you want with these little dots. And the reason why I'm using the alcohol is because instead of it wiping off the water activated blue paint that I have already, it's just making it more opaque but really deep. Now I'm going in. I painted my chest really lightly with it, which I wish I should have painted it a little darker, because I have like a spot where it's like really, really light. But this is what I was talking about earlier whenever I said that the more water you use, the more translucent it is. So my chest piece, I colored my chest with the same blue color that I use for my face, and then I'm just going in with the little camouflage type lines that the avatars have, and finishing the piece up. Then I'm just gonna take out my hair out of my scarf that I have it in all the time, and I just comb it out so it looks like really like wild looking, which I really love that look. So I should stop. And then I just take some of that same blue that I've been using to shade out the lines of the camouflage. And after I finish shading out the camouflage line, I actually take that same color and I fill in, like I do my eyeshadow all around my eyes. I use that color, and then I actually fill in my brows with some black eyeshadow from the Take Me to Brazil palette, just so that they're more prominent and dominant. Like in the Avatar movie, their eyebrows were blue, but I wanted it black because I wanted to stand out, because I love bold eyebrows. And then I'm also just taking the white cream paint, and I'm just making more of those little dots and highlights. And then once you're finished with that, your look will be complete.